Hello, people. So, on my walk this morning with Little Hollywood, I touched on a subject which I put up in a short called Permission, Power and Choices. And I just wanted to talk a little bit further about that and just to put it into context. So, for those who weren't around 20 years ago, or certainly not, of an age where they were using social media, etc., I just wanted to give you an idea of how difficult things were back then, and how, when I mean permission, power and choices, that how much power that we actually have right now, and we don't need permission to do a number of things. So for instance, I was a singer-songwriter, and I was working with bands, musicians. I was fronting bands as a lead singer, and I was writing, recording my own stuff, or working with a friend on duo projects. So namely Carl Brody, who unfortunately passed away a number of years ago. He's my best friend. Amazing singer-songwriter, Carl Brody, check him out. And we had a lot of fun. But for us to release any music, we were trying to get a record deal, because there wasn't the avenue to just put your music out outside of kind of pirate radio. To get your music out anywhere, you either did some busking in the street, put on little concerts, which we did, and passed around demo tapes, and then we moved on to CDs. Whereas now, you can write, record, and put a piece of music out tomorrow. It's that simple. And so you can get yourself out in the world, as quickly as you want. I always believe that you should put time and effort and focus into your work and make sure you're putting out quality, but it is that simple. I mean, you can make your own little music video and put it out on YouTube tomorrow if you have a YouTube channel. You can use things like CD Baby to distribute your music to all the platforms. So it's on Amazon, it's on iTunes, you name it. Your music can get out there. I know, because my music now is out there. It's on Amazon, it's on iTunes. And I work with CD Baby. Great to have that platform to distribute music, and it's, for me, it's a hobby now. I love to be creative, and I write music, and it's a good outlet. As a filmmaker, I could go and make a short film on my phone today. It might not be very good, but I could put it out there tomorrow. And I could shoot with natural daylight, or I could light it with some simple LED lights and stuff. I don't need a huge amount. I don't need a big budget. I just need to know what I'm doing and how to edit. And, or maybe not. Maybe I just want to shoot a long form film. But again, I have no restriction. I can literally go and make something, work on my craft, and put it out there. Whereas back in the day, it wasn't like this. And so it's really important to remind yourself that things are much easier. Yes, they are hard, but they are much easier in terms of distribution. Now, obviously, if you're focusing on making money from this stuff, then you've got to treat it as a business. And by that I mean that you should be professional, you should focus on the quality of the content, and you should make sure that you're proactively marketing, your content, and that you're making sure that you're getting it out to the right networks and channels. But if you're just doing something as a hobby, somewhere to grow, etc., then maybe you keep those things out of the public eye, and as and when you get to a certain standard and the quality is of a certain standard, you start to put it out. I remember sending demos, CDs, out to every record label that kind of had artists with my kind of genre of music. And that was like recording it, then getting it onto a CD, and then putting the label on the CD, and then packaging it, and then paying for postage, and sending it with like a cover letter, and then never hearing anything again, or maybe getting a phone call and having a meeting, 6 months down the line. Now, you can just have a SoundCloud, you can have your own website, all very simple to set up, all very simple to promote yourself. And so we don't have any obstacles. The only obstacle I think that a lot of people have are ourselves. We just think about it too much, talk about it, but we don't actually take action and do it. And the doing is really important because, what you find is that in the doing is where you learn everything. I didn't go to university. And outside of a certain amount of subjects, I'm not sure that, having been in business in some shape or form now for a couple of decades, and yes, I'm an actor, I'm a filmmaker. I was involved in the health and well-being industry, and everything we do, you're operating as a business, as a professional. So, I think I learned more by doing than I ever would at university. And interestingly enough, I've had conversations with, degree students who've done things like business and haven't got the first clue on what real business is, and how things actually work in the real world. So, and I'm not condemning that. I'm just saying that it's really handy and useful to do something on the side. Like if you are doing university, that you actually work on something, maybe set up an online business, maybe work on selling something and through that process, you'll understand how things work in certain marketplaces because it's all very, very different. We can have a general idea of, business, but, when you get to the specifics of the industries that you're in, there's going to be lots of variations and stuff. And so you will learn your biggest lessons doing it. And, but the nice thing now is, people, if I can just drum something into you today, is that we have so much power. We don't need permission. You can get your stuff out there. And, I've got a pilot for a TV series that I've been working on for a while, and we've actually shot the pilot. And I've tried to get meetings with networks, and I can't get a meeting. And this thing is really, really good. Now, it's not something that I need to be in, even though I wrote it, directed it, and I star in it. I'm not so sensitive about the project that I need to hold on to it and I need to be in it. And it's going to be my kind of Rocky. Yes, I care about it, and I think it's really, really good. It's a dark comedy. It's kind of based on the personal training and treatment industry. And I've actually filmed the first episode. But I filmed it because I wanted to get it out of my head, and I had the opportunity to make it. And I did, with a great cast and a great crew. And I've packaged it all, and I've got an overview for 3 seasons. And although any network might just want the pilot and just take it off your hands and run away with it and do what they want with it, I'm open to all options because I have so much content that I don't have to rely on that one thing. Yes, I would love to be involved in it in some shape or form, but I'm happy also to shop it out there and move on to the next thing. But I can't even get a meeting. And I've gone through my agent, my manager, and I've gone directly to a few people I know at certain networks like Disney and Apple. And it's a thank you, but no thank you, to even look at it. So here's the thing. I can still get it out there, and I will in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and I'm going to just share it with, look, this is just a working title and working progress, and it's something that I think people might enjoy. And it's a story that I think that, I would like to tell, or I'd like somebody else to tell. But I don't need permission because I've tried to get some meetings. For whatever reasons I can't. Okay, I'll just go a different route and I'll put it out because fundamentally, I just want people to see it. And in this day and age, using something like YouTube, Vimeo, I can access the planet. Everybody on the planet who has access to a device could watch my content. And on that note, I've probably waffled on for far too long, but I hope there's been some value in this. But what I'm basically saying to you is, don't worry, don't wait, crack on. Because it's in the doing that you grow, it's in the doing that you learn. And we are in such an exciting time because at our fingertips, we have the ability with simple drag and drop processes to put out our content. So, have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and I will see you on the next one.